Hello and welcome to the S Word Live. I am so happy that you get to join me today. I'm talking about something that I have been working with clients on all the month of May. And really before then, but I've just started calling it a duck launch. What is a duck launch and why should you even care? Well, I'm here to talk about what a duck launch is and why you should care today. Hello, Linda. Hello, everyone. As you join, please type your name in, say hello, and type in. So as you say hello, when you come back for the replay, type in where we can find you. Ooh, my tripod is sliding. It's a little bit humid here in Michigan today. As you can see, I'm a little shiny. Jackie! What's up, girl? I haven't seen Jackie in a while. Jackie, my love. How was Florida? And look at my tripod. It is totally sliding. That's awesome. Is it going to keep sliding? That's the fun of live streaming. Oh, it is going to keep sliding. That's awesome. All right, cool. So I want to give you all the chance to come in and say hello, but I also want to give the chance to come back and write where you are in the world so that we can reconnect. This is a networking party. If you're here, I want you to connect with each other and me, of course. So when we start off, I want to give my pro bonus tip. This is something that I go through with every single person who does a duck launch and really every single one of my clients. And it's about messaging, specifically private messaging. Type in the comments, yes, if you've ever received a private message from someone that was like, hey, how you doing? Drops a link. Never asks a question, never starts a conversation with you. Is just like, hey, baby, how you doing? And dropping a link straight away is like dropping your pants. Like, you just don't do that, okay? Please don't do that. So type yes in the comments if you've ever, hey, Michelle, if you've ever received a private message from someone that was just like, hey, drops a link. Howdy from Texas. Ooh, and Linda's in Texas too. I wonder how close you are to Houston. Linda's in Houston. I love my old-fashioned grandma cups. I have bulletproof coffee in here today. It's magic. So, I know that Jackie and Linda both took a group program with me back in November. And we talked a little bit about messaging, specifically about slowing it down. So my pro bonus tip for today, for this S Word Live, is slow it down. The goal of a first message, when you're first getting to know someone, is simply to start the conversation, to have a conversation, to inspire them to answer you. Not because you have some huge ulterior motive. The initial goal with private messaging should be to connect, to start a conversation, and to see where they're at. I have done this thousands of times. A lot of you that are on this program right now have been on the receiving end of my private messages. My goal is to truly get to know you. Once we get to know each other, then we may find a way to work together. I might buy from you, you might buy from me, we may collaborate. I don't know. All I know is I'm never gonna know unless we get to know each other. So my pro bonus tip is slow your roll. Slow down the messaging. What that does as well is it allows you to ease up. It allows you to relax. And that is the goal of the duck launch. So today is the first day for my family for our son's summer break. And I am totally loving it. He is relaxing right now in his room, getting to play Angry Birds, which he does not usually get to do, so he's pretty psyched about it. And I get to talk to you guys. So duck launching is a different kind of launch. It's the kind of launch that I created for moms. You know, we're moms first. I mean, that's the bottom line. I didn't come into the online space to like build my empire. I didn't, I'm sorry. If you do, that's great. You can. I'm not stopping you. But I'm going to teach you a few simple steps for when you just want to pace yourself a little bit. Go on Nurture Sequence and still make money. So, I say that and I'm laughing. I'm thinking in my own head. All of you on this call, or all of you that I may meet on Planet Internet, know that my job is to help you have genuine and sincere, authentic, real sales conversations with the people that you want to interact with. That's the beauty of Planet Internet. There's people all over the world that would find what you have important. So let's start off with what a duck launch isn't. A duck launch is not a launch with Facebook ads. You will not be spending money on Facebook ads. Who here has ever seen those kind of launches? Facebook ads. It's not anything with timers. There's no 24-hour chat person available on the sales page. There is no sales page. There are no pixels, therefore, on the sales page. There is no retargeting because there are no ads, because there is no sales page, because there are no pixels. So it's not any of the things. There's no challenge. There's no big party leading up to it. There's no 18,000 people signing up for your challenge and maybe 100 of them sign up for your, paid program. This is not the kind of launch that a duck launch is. That is not a duck launch. So who has ever, type yes in the comments if you've ever seen the types of launch where there's a challenge, leading up to a webinar series, leading up to retargeting and Facebook ads, leading up to an email sequence, leading up to a huge launch and a huge cart open, and then a huge big thing. And it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of work. And there's no lack of technology or people out there that think that that's a great idea. And you know what? Sometimes it is a great idea, but that's not what the duck launch is. There will be a time and a place for those big, huge launches. But if you're just starting off, or if you're in a place where in your business where you're just not ready to do that kind of launch yet or again, then a duck launch is an alternative. I'm not saying it's the answer to everything. In fact, I say this all the time. What I teach is just one way to do one thing. It's simple. So I love a duck launch because it's breezy. It's not easy, but it's breezy. It's manageable. You can breathe when you have a duck launch. And so the good thing too is it's profitable. So how did I come up with the name duck launch? Well, it's because when you look at a duck on the water, they're just cruising along, right? They're just gliding along the surface of the water. They're minding, their own business. They're looking around. They look happy. They have their little ducklings behind them. All their ducks are in a row, but they've also got their feet going under the water. Now, they don't have to be going 100 miles an hour. They don't have to be going, at the speed of light. They can be simply cruising along little by little. And so the first step of a duck launch is to identify who's already around you. And if you've spent any amount of time around me, you know that I talk about that all the time. That there really are customers everywhere, potential clients everywhere. Every time you press that blue F or you go on Instagram or you're on LinkedIn or you're just going through who actually has subscribed to your email service, those people are raising their hand and they're saying, hey, I'm willing to talk. I'm willing to talk more. I'm willing to chat, right? So what is a duck launch? And I wanted to make sure that I address this specifically. So when you have a duck launch, you identify 10 or 20 people. So this is a launch where you only want 10 or 20 people in either a one-on-one program or a group program. Now this program could be a big, huge 6-month, $5,000 program, or it could be a 2-hour workshop that you run on a Saturday live for 10 people. It depends on you. And that's part of the work that I do with my clients is we design the offer together that they feel good about delivering, that they feel that would be easy for them to deliver, that they feel excited about delivering. A lot of my clients, when they come to me, they need help with sales. It's often because the offers that they have created, they're not in love with. And so they don't want to put them out in the world, even if it's subconsciously, because they're like, ugh, it's going to be a beast. You know what I mean? I was the same way. So crafting the right offer, putting it out into the world by tapping people on the shoulder. Now there is a science and a system and a finesse to this. This is not something you just blast out. And that is what I work with my clients on. The goal is to tap people on the shoulder privately, is to have something amazing, but to talk to them. So whether it's on the phone, if it's a bigger program, or if it's a no-brainer, easy yes, $97, hey, show up on a Saturday and I'm gonna teach you some awesome stuff, then that could be done in Messenger. So it just depends on where you're at. But I wanted to bring the duck launch into your awareness because I know that launching is a big part of being in business, especially online. But even if you're in business in only your local area, you still want to launch things. And so the goal is for you to do it with ease. So who here thinks that they could make a list of 10 people that they have around them right now that they think they might make an offer to about a live workshop or something like that. Hi, Ben. How you doing?
I'm just getting some food.
Okay. Just cruising through. So I like the sound of that. Jackie says yes. Linda says yes. Excellent. And so my goal is to help you guys craft those offers. She's like, me. And to put those people in place and then to connect with them. And that is a part of what I'm creating as well throughout working with people one-on-one and in my group. So if you are one of the people who doesn't have time or inclination to start a huge, massive, webinar-driven, Facebook ad-driven launch sequence into a challenge, into an email sequence, into 100 people buying it, that's all fantastic. But if you're not ready for that, then this is a possible alternative. So if you want to hear more about duck launching, send me a message, come into the group. We talk about things like this and alternative ways to make your presence known, to connect with people genuinely, and to be you with ease. That's the goal, ladies. So I'm so thankful that you showed up today. If you have more questions, I would love to answer them. This is my jam. I have helped women just in the past month launch their own duck launch and have success and make money as a cash infusion. You know, if you're doing it on a Saturday afternoon for 2 hours, you could make $1,000 on a Saturday afternoon. And now you have 10 people that have already purchased from you who already now know you, love you, and may be ready for those bigger products that you have. But now you're not starting from scratch. This is a way to avoid feeling like you're starting from scratch every single time you open cart. Cool. So thank you all so much. I have loved chatting with you today, and I thank you for stopping by the S Word Live. If you feel that this benefited anyone, I would love it if you would share it with them. Thank you so much.